Hi everyone, I'm Shubham Jhanwar. I'm a master teacher at Vedantu. We are discussing JEE Advanced 2018, Paper-1, Mathematics, and the question for this video is this. Let there be function f and g both defined from all real to all real, that means domain being all real values and codomain being all real values, be two non-constant differentiable functions. If f prime x is equal to e to the power fx minus gx whole multiplied by g prime x for all x belonging to real, and f of 1 equal to g of 2 equal to 1, then which of the following statement is or statements are true? And there are four options, and it is the multiple correct type question. So here one thing that should come to our mind is, if I take e to the power f of x on other side, then I can easily integrate both sides. Another thing that I should notice is, here f of 1 is given and comment upon f of 2 has been asked, and g of 2 is given and comment upon g of 1 has been asked. So with these two things in mind, let's proceed. So first of all, e to the power fx minus gx I can write as e to the power fx multiplied by e to the power minus gx. G prime x equal to f prime x. So I'll just cross multiply e to the power fx. So essentially what I get is e to the power minus fx f prime x equal to e to the power minus gx g prime x. Now if you see carefully, we can integrate both sides. Say on left hand side, if I take f of x to be t, f prime x dx would become dt. So it becomes e to the power minus t dt integration, which essentially is minus e to the power minus t. So basically what I'll do, I'll integrate both sides, and an interesting part here is I'll integrate from 1 to 2, because f of 1 and g of 2 we know, and we want to comment upon f of 2 and g of 1. So now as I integrate, again, just as I had already said, let me say it again, g of x if I take as t, g prime x dx becomes dt, and e to the power minus t dt integral is e to the power minus t times minus 1. So essentially on both sides I would get minus e to the power minus fx with limits 1 to 2 equal to minus e to the power minus gx with limits 1 to 2. This minus and minus you may cancel out on both sides, and you essentially get e to the power minus of f of 2 minus e to the power minus times f of 1, which is 1, equal to e to the power minus g of 2, which is again minus 1, minus e to the power minus g of 1. Now if you see carefully, e to the power minus f of 2 plus e to the power minus g of 1 turns out to be e to the power minus 1 plus e to the power minus 1, which essentially is 2 by e. Now e to the power anything real is always positive. So that means both these quantities are strictly positive. So I can say, since sum of both of them is 2 by e, each of these two quantities would be less than 2 by e. So that means e to the power minus f of 2 and e to the power minus g of 1 are less than 2 by e. So e to the power minus f of 2 is less than 2 by e, and e to the power minus g of 1 is also less than 2 by e. So if I take ln on both sides, log b is e. So I get minus f of 2 less than ln 2 minus 1. So that means f of 2 is greater than ln 2 minus 1 minus times. It becomes 1 minus ln 2. Similarly, when you take ln on both sides, minus g of 1 is less than ln 2 minus 1. So g of 1, when you multiply both sides by minus 1, is greater than 1 minus ln 2. And if you see carefully, f of 2 and g of 1 both are turning out to be greater than 1 minus ln 2. And interestingly, that's what the options also have. So that means B and C are correct. Thanks for listening. Stay tuned for the next question.